Hello, everybody. Welcome to Step into the Portal. My name is the Brandt. I'm here in my new studio. Brian says hello. So, still getting a couple things together here, but I am now 2 floors up in my home studio. Not going to be doing games live from the store right now. There's a mask mandate, and I totally am down with wearing masks, but it'll be tricky to wear masks in the store and film. So unless we decide to set aside a room, um, that's kind of not going to happen right now. So I'll be playing a lot here live, but I am super excited because we've got the Mad Titan Shadow in up here, so you can see I've got the box on my little shelf here, and yeah, my lighting's not perfect yet, so I know it's a little tough. This is a picture of Derek Jeter, who plays for the Yankees, and I've got my ATST, and then, no lie, this is just my attic, and this is up in my attic, so, and there conveniently is a light right there, and I thought, well, that's not moving, so just to prove to you that I liked Rocket Raccoon even before Marvel Champions came out and all those kind of things. So, howdy everybody. If you're watching live, thanks so much. Go ahead and say hello. I do have to stare off to this side. I used to have my screen here, but now it's over here, so you'll see me staring to the side every so often. But go ahead and say hello in chat, and I will do my best to talk with everybody and play through that and whatnot. If you're watching this afterward, thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and share it with other people so they can enjoy Mad Titan's Shadow 2. So the big question is probably, where's Kathy, like it says in the video, or where's Larry? Well, it's just me. Like I said, it's just tricky. So Larry and I actually live on opposite sides of the store, and we're both about 30 minutes away and need to meet up there. So, filming from my house or whatever is a little bit trickier to do. And then the other key point is that I am leaving to go to Gen Con in 1 week. 1 week from tomorrow, I go to Gen Con. So I actually want to try to get this played. So if I just play it myself, this should get done. So my goal tonight is kind of get the box open. Well, actually, everything's open and sleeved. And to get through the first 2 villains. Then I'm going to end for tonight because I have to teach tomorrow. And then hopefully I'll come back tomorrow and play the last 3. But I might play it slow and do 2 more and then finish up against the final villain, which I guess I won't spoil those things in case people haven't spoiled that. Although if you're watching this, you're probably looking for spoilers. So there's that. Oh, lots of hellos. Hello, Cinder. Hello, Brian. Hello, Mr. Marvel. Everybody. Yeah, Marvel Champions is great. You can also go over to Beat the Game. You'll actually see Brian, who's in the chat, and myself. And we filmed, it'll be this morning, you'll see I'm actually in the same shirt. We filmed Expert Ronin, and we took him down 3 players. So I now have do I have a solo Expert Ronin? No, I have a couple solo standard Ronins, and we have a 2-player expert, and we have a 3-player expert filmed of Ronin. So there's that, no campaigns and whatnot. But hey, Ronin is dead and gone. Let's move on to what everybody came for, the Mad Titan Shadow. Yeah, I know. I've been waiting to see playthroughs too, and there are some people doing them if you search around. I don't remember some of the channels off the top of my head, but a few people have done playthroughs of a couple of them. But I'm going to go right through the campaign on standard. I didn't adjust their decks, although I really want to adjust photons. In fact, I'm going to make a couple quick adjustments right off the bat. Just get endurance into Spectrum's deck here is going to be my plan. So we'll do that. I'm not going to go through all the cards. These were spoiled a little while ago, and I will point people to Hall of Heroes. And they can look for that website, and you'll see all the cards spoiled, and you can read through them all and see them better than you can on my camera. So I'll have people kind of focus there and whatnot will be the plan. But there is that. All right, so let's go to the table, which is this view. Now, I turned my light down a little bit because I'm getting glare up in this corner, and I still have things to set up. It's tricky because this is actually my attic, and it's hot up here. And on the other side of all that are just stacks of things that I pushed over, so I need to push all that out of the way and then move my lights back a little bit. And a couple other things. I know this is a little bright here in the corner, so kind of crazy, but we're doing the best we can. Don't spoil what? Did I spoil anything? Oh, talking about, yeah, I won't say who the villains are and what happens and everything. Yeah, so I'm not going to show all the cards, but I will try to hold cards up as I go here so you can see more of them as I'm using them, and whatnot. So the two heroes we have are Monica Rambo and Spectrum, and she starts with these 3 cards in play. So these are her forms. They'll actually be face down. I think for table space, I'm going to actually kind of shuffle these up and put the one that I have on top and keep the other 2 kind of below it. Maybe I'll splay them like that, but if I do this, it'll be a little bit too much of a table hog for what I have. I know I have these extras here too. I'm going to put the book here to decrease this glare that you'll see, and a couple other things. I've got my mouse up here, so I'm still working my way through this new studio, but this is nice because this frees up our dining room table, which is where I was prior. Kind of neat that before my dining room table had all the games behind it. I don't have that shelf anymore, but I'll be able to put games and things up here. These shelves were just here, so it's nice to actually one up here as well. So we'll kind of run through that. But yeah, so there's all those things. All right, so let's dig in. Mad Titan Shadow. Here is our book, and it runs us through some ideas that, like, when Monica changes forms, that's just like when Ant-Man or Wasp change forms. You can trigger all those things. They go through the starter decks and the campaign mode rules. I'm just going to have to track. I meant to make a copy of this. I'm just going to have to track what happened. So we'll be able to do that, and obviously we can watch the video back. Don't have to worry about hit points in terms of all that. All right, so there's that. So we start here, and Thanos is in his sanctuary. He says, absolute powers within my grasp. 4 of the 6 Infinity Stones belong to me. What news of the other 2? And Ebony Maw says, the Reality Stone remains hidden from us, my Lord Thanos, but the Power Stone has been found on Nowhere. Thanos says, then take a battalion to Nowhere and bring me the stone. And Cosmo is down here, and he says, Guardians, this is Cosmo. We're being attacked. Send help. So that's going to be our first one here. We're going to fight Ebony Maw. In terms of that, it says, Scenario 1, Ebony Maw, the Mad Titan Thanos, is on a quest to collect all 6 Infinity Stones and join them together in the Infinity Gauntlet. If he succeeds, Thanos will have the power to control the universe or destroy it. His fanatical followers, the Black Order, have pledged their lives to the Titans' cause, and they scour the universe for the only 2 stones that their master still needs to complete the gauntlet. The Power Stone and the Reality Stone. One of those followers, Ebony Maw, has discovered that the Power Stone is being kept in a secret vault on Nowhere. Now, the Black Order sorcerer is leading an army of Thanos in a direct assault on the space station. Cosmo and the rest of the Nowhere Corps are doing what they can to defend the station, but they won't last long against Maw without your help. So we're going to play Ebony Maw on stage 1 and 2. So I'm just going to leave stage 3 under here just for my sorting purposes. I've got his deck, and we're going to have Attack on Nowhere and the Power Stone, so we'll leave that one out. And then it's going to be his deck, the Black Order deck, which I have, or sorry, side scheme. The the Armies of Titan side scheme, and the standard set. So along with the standard set, I also have Monica's Loss of Control obligation. And did I ever say Adam Warlock? I didn't even go to Adam Warlock. Poor Adam Warlock. I'll go to that in a second. And his regeneration cycle. All right, so here's Adam Warlock over here. I have him as well. And his big thing is that his deck is multiple aspects. He actually has to have an equal number of all the aspect cards. So he only has one. He has no double resources, although he has each. He's got no double resources, and he's just got one card that is basic. So sorry for not showing that. So that'll be that idea. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you have questions or things, let me know. I think I'll just zoom in a little bit more since I have. Looks like I have the space there. I didn't even realize this was in the way, so we'll move that. And we can just slide these up. We'll have to see how this goes. All right, so all these are getting shuffled together. So he's got these spell cards that we're going to go get a spell card that are in his deck. And then in addition, the setup says we're going to put ourselves on the sheet, which I forgot to make a copy of. Secure the landing pad will come into play, and Security Breach will get shuffled in the encounter deck. So those are things that we have to deal with. So secure the landing pad. I'll read through all that. But that one's kind of interesting because it starts with 2 threat and it's hinder 1. So there's 3 threat, which already feels like, hey, compared to Galaxy's Most Wanted, this is not going to be too bad. All right, so we will set that aside. I think I know those rules and things, so we'll just use them as we need them and whatnot. So a bit of shuffling here. All right, so Ebony Maw's scheme says, attack on Nowhere. Ebony Maw leads an assault on Nowhere in order to capture the Power Stone stored within. So it tells me what sets to put in, and then I'm going to flip it to the other side. When revealed, each player discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and puts it into play in their play area. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. So we are going to go until we get a spell. So here is a spell for Monica. And here is a spell for... not too many. Alright, and here is a spell for Adam Warlock. So this one is going to have 3 counters on it. And basically every time Ebony Maw activates, those counters go away. And this one is going to have 3 on it. When Pacification leaves play, I'm going to exhaust each upgrade I control and be stunned. And when Rubble Storm leaves play, I'm going to deal 2 damage to each character I control. So I've got 3 turns to deal with that. So here is Attack on Nowhere, and that is going to start with 2 threat, and it triggers at 12. Secure the Landing has 3 on it, and it says Cosmo and the Nowhere Corps do their best to prevent more Black Order forces from landing on the station, but they need help. And when it's defeated, I flip it over. So we'll see what happens there. And Ebony Maw's Force Interrupt is that before he activates, he removes a token from that player, from each one that you have. So he doesn't remove it from each of them. So it triggers their own. All right, and so then this is Monica's things here. I'm going to put these right on the cards. And when she's in this form, she doesn't have her energy upgrades. That's part of her setup thing. So they'll all be turned face down. And when I flip to this side, I can flip any of those face up. So we'll kind of go through all of that. All right. You are lucky to get your copy. I still have not been charged for my order from Asmodee. Yep. So even though we have a store, I did order this myself from the UK and get it imported in. I just decided I wanted to play it. And it looked like it was indefinite. And I figured it was good for the channel, and we will sell these as soon as they come in. As soon as I have that date, I will let people know, but like so many people, we don't know the date yet, so there's that. But yeah, I'm excited to have it too. I've been wanting to play, so this will be good. And then I think the plan is to play this on Steve's channel on Expert, and perhaps not with these heroes if we decide we want to play with other heroes. So we'll go through the Expert campaign, and you'll be able to see that over on Beat the Game. Because I feel like having a lot of Marvel Champions on his channel that's all Marvel Champions makes more sense than ours that covers a lot more games. So that will be that idea in terms of those things. All right, so let's go ahead and draw. They both have 11 hit points, hand size of 6 and hand size of hand size of 5 on the other side. I forgot the one thing I wanted to do with Monica. So she's got 3 of these ready to rumbles. I'm just going to take 1 out, and I'm going to put an Endurance in her deck. So that's the only change I'm going to make, and I might make changes as I go. This ready to rumble card is after you change form, discard this card, ready your hero. So this can stay in play, and then you can ready, which is really awesome because she changes forms. So I can do that, but I'm going to shuffle that one in. So that'll be the difference. All right. So we draw here, we've got the Avengers Tower to get Avengers out. Then we've got Blue Marvel and these mass attack cards. So exhaust 3 allies you control that share a trait with your hero, deal X damage, where X is the total of the attack. So I don't need those. Moxie will give me +1 to a trait. I don't feel like I need that right now, so I'm going to draw again. Blue Marvel lets me change forms. Photon Speed lets me remove threat. So I've got lots of ideas there, but looks good. Options. Sorry, options is what I meant. All right, so Adam Warlock, his ability is I can discard a card from his hand, remove a status card, and then this Avatar of Life is just telling me that I have to build his deck a certain way as well. All right, so I've got his Karmic Staff, which will be really good. This Karmic Blast, I don't necessarily need to deal damage right now. Charlie 27, who has Retaliate and Toughness and 4, so that's pretty good. This one's amazing, so really I'm looking at these. I don't think I'm so worried about these ones. So I'm going to discard these 4 and see what else I get. Ooh, there's my Soul Ward. Alright, so we'll come back to this in a minute. Alright, so really I want to try to clear some of these things out, will be the goal. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Avengers Tower. And then I am going to flip to this side. And when I flip to this side, I'm going to pick one of my forms to be. So I'm going to pick this Gamma form. So Gamma form, it gives me +2 attack. So she's a 1/1/1, but this gives me +2. And when I change that form, I deal a damage. So Ebony Maw has 14 per player, so he's down to 28. The side scheme should have 4 threat. Oh, gosh. Thank you. It totally should have 4 threat. Because there's 2 players. I'm thinking solo. Thanks. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Boy, I wish I could have this. But I can't. So, all right. So I'm going to hold this. I'm going to give up these 2 photon speeds and use my Avengers Tower to play Blue Marvel. When Blue Marvel comes into play, I can switch form. So I'm going to switch to Photon form. And Photon lets me remove 1 threat. And then I'm going to exhaust to remove 3 threat here and flip this card over. And it's Cosmo. So it says the first player gains control of Cosmo. Cosmo does not count against the ally limit. And when he leaves play, remove him from the game. So he is a 2/2 with 3 health that I can now use. Hey, that's very nice of them. All right, so Cosmo will thwart for 2, and Blue Marvel will attack for 2. That brings him down to 25. And put this up over here. Getting a little messy. How far down do I have? Just a little more space. All right. Remember, it saps away half the population. There you go. Nice. Sorry, my screen is too far away for, especially my eyes at night. They're not the best, so there's that. Okay, so over here to Adam Warlock. So I do have this Soul World, which is very powerful, and I feel like I want to get that in play. So, although I also really like this card here, and I thwarted that too. So let's see if... Alright, so I will get rid of these 2 to put this staff out. If I put this staff out, then I can use that to play the Soul World. So Soul World is when my deck runs out, I can put a counter here, and that counter allows me to exhaust an alter ego and heal all damage. So that seems very good. Then I'm going to flip to this side. And my ability for that is remove 2 threat. So that's not going to be any good. So I'm just going to have to hold these. And I will attack and deal 1 damage. He's down to 24. Alright. So not the best, but it's something. Alright, and then we will draw back up to 5. So we got 2 ready to rumbles. You can play these on other people, which is nice. So they can ready in terms of healing. Or other things like that. I've got this Pulsar Shield, so that could be helpful. And then over here, sorry, this Zone of Silence card is really good. Mystics only, 1 per deck. But I can choose a scheme and discard 4 cards and get rid of a threat for each card that I discard. So very good. All right. We'll run through these cards, but essentially this is a resource card. It's a wild resource. When I play it, I remove a threat from the main scheme. So that's what's happening there. All right, so we are going to add 2 threat. And then Ebony Maw is going to attack here for 1. So I don't really think I'm worried about blocking or any of that. So I'm just going to take it. Before he activates, he removes a counter from here. So 1 plus 2. So I take 3 and go to 8. And then over here, removes a counter. 1 plus 2. so I go to 8 as well, and then we get cards. It's nice and simple. Agent of Thanos. When revealed, hero mode. Deal 1 damage to your hero for each spell environment in your play area. If there are none, and you didn't take any damage, then surge. So I go to 7 there. All right. And then over here, it's going to be Reactor Overload. The Maw's troops have stormed Nowhere's engine room and set the station to overload. Each player must choose to either take 2 damage or place 2 threat here. So we have reasonable ways to deal with threat. I will take 2 here, and I will add 2 threat with her. So I'll go to 5, and that's got a crisis icon. We pass first player. The first player gains control of Cosmo. So do I think that he gets passed around? That's how it worked in Lord of the Rings when they had those. Let's see if there is a Cosmo FAQ. All right. First player gain. Well, let's assume it doesn't really matter, especially since I'm playing both characters, but let's assume that he would be there, and the first player is always in control of him. All right, so now we've got this. So, sorry, I didn't read his Battle Mage ability. So his Battle Mage ability is I can discard a card. If it's aggression, I deal 2 damage to an enemy. If it's justice, I remove 2 threat. If it's protection, I heal a damage from an ally. And if it's leadership, then I give a hero +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense this round. So that's kind of that idea. So I think what I'm going to do is play... so I can play this Zone of Silence. So I'm going to use these 2. Well, if I heal Cosmo, that's pretty darn good. I'm going to use the Staff, and I'm going to use the In-Betweener, which is a card that I can shuffle into this deck, to play the Mystic Senses. And Mystic Senses is when I use my Battle Mage ability, I can draw a card. So I'm going to play Inspired, and I'm going to heal for 1 here on Cosmo. And then I'm going to trigger my Mystic Senses to draw a card. And I've got Quantum Magic, which lets me pay 1 to go back in my deck and get a card out that I would like. So that's that one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Determination to play Zone of Silence, and I can discard up to 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be my choice. And I can remove 4 threat from a scheme. And make sure it's not main scheme. Alright, and does the critical... This says remove 1 threat from the main scheme. I can't remember if threat... I think threat cannot be removed, so I'm going to assume that's what it is. I'm going to exhaust to get rid of the Reactor Overload, so that's gone. And then I still have this card. So I'm going to have Cosmo thwart for 2 to get rid of those. Take his damage, and away we go. I guess that's going to be important for this card, because Cosmo will come back over, so there's that. We'll hold on to that one. Alright, over here, I have Photon Speed, so I can remove threat. I've got my Mansion, which is kind of a fun play. So I think I might go Mansion here for 4. Exhaust it to draw a card. It is a Mighty Avenger, so I can play this under any player's control. They only get 1 team card, and if all my characters have the Avenger trait, they all get +1 attack and +1 thwart. So that's a great card. So one thing I can't do is I can't switch forms here. So that is a little bit of a negative here and for all of this. So I'm going to actually flip and have Monica heal 3. So her alter ego ability is just that she has no form. And then I'm going to have Blue Marvel attack for 2. And that's going to bring this down to 22. And we will hold the Mighty Avengers card, which is when I realized I can only have 1, and I've got 3 in my deck. So that would have been a good one to actually get rid of instead of the Ready to Rumble. So there were a few changes I wanted to make, but we're jumping in here. We're moving quick. So we got build over here. We got build over here. All sorts of ways. Avengers Tower, Avengers Mansion, whatever you want. You can live it up. All right, what do we got over here? Yeah, so I think I couldn't remove the threat because I had a crisis icon. This says remove one threat from the main scheme, but I still had a crisis, so I think I can't remove threat from the main scheme. I don't think it's you can't thwart like patrol. I think it's you can't remove threat, so I wasn't able to do that. And then, yeah, I don't know about Cosmo. I feel like he gets passed. What does the Milano say? Does it say the first player gains control? I think it does. So we're gonna do the best we can. All right, Ebony Maw is gonna attack for 1. I think I'll actually just block with Adam Warlock. So 1 plus 2, so I only take 1 to go to 5. And then over here, he's going to scheme. This goes away, and it's 2 plus 1 is 3, so this goes to 5 out of 12. And card. So over here, we're going to get a landing craft. When it's defeated, discard cards on the top of the deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play. Engage the player who defeated this scheme. So we've seen that before. And over here, it's going to be the Black Order. That's on camera, right? Yep. All right. Yeah, crisis icon, stop all threat move. That's what I thought. All right, so the Black Order is Thanos recruited the most dangerous mercenaries in the galaxy to form the Black Order. While Black Order minion is in play, threat cannot be removed from this side scheme. So it has a hazard icon, so we'll draw more cards, goes from there. So we're going to pass over to here, and we'll use our thing. I'm going to keep it down here since we have Cosmo. All right, so we've got some cards in hand. In fact, we drew one fewer than needed. All right, so we have Blade, and Blade is a 1/2, and when he exhausts, I have to spend a punch from my hand. Otherwise, he goes away, so that's kind of interesting, but he is an Avenger. And we've got this band together that generates a wild resource for each ally I have in play. That's really good. And which would make Cosmo important, so I guess I should figure that out. The Mighty Avengers one is good. The Gamma Blast deals damage, which is not really where I need to go, but it's going to deal 7 damage. If I'm already in Gamma form, then it will attack with Overkill. And then Cap has Toughness 2/2, and I reduce the cost by 1 for each Avenger character I control. So if I flip over, he's already a 4. So I think that's going to kind of be my plan here. So let me draw a card. I've got Power Man, who's another Avenger. Comes into play with 2 chi counters on him, and I can discard them to give him +2 attack. Not my favorite. So let's go ahead and use Avenger's Tower to put Blade into play. So now I have 3. This is a max of 3. And if I flip over, I have 1, 2, 3 Avengers. So I can play this band together to put Cap out, and Cosmo doesn't count against my max, and then 3 cards to play Mighty Avengers, so now they're all +1/+1, which is really, really good. And when I flip over, I'm going to go to my Photon form, so I can remove a threat. Actually, remove it here. And then I will exhaust and get rid of the landing craft. When I do that, I have to discard until I get a minion. Black Order has Guard. When defeated, give the villain a tough status card. So we will do that. So, oh, I don't get this bonus because I have Cosmo. So these are only 2s. All right. So Cosmo and Blue Marvel are going to attack here and get rid of the Black Order infantry. When they do that, they give him a tough. And I don't really want to lose Blade. So I'm just going to keep him there. And we'll stop at that. And I guess I'll use Cap to block, and then I'll start attacking with him. And when Cosmo shifts. So that is an interesting part there. Power Man is terrible. Yeah, he's like if you need something coming in, or if there was a way to put tokens on him. So I don't really understand him. He takes 2 damage when he attacks, so it's like you pay 3, he comes in, he deals 4 damage, and then he can block for you. So, I mean, that's 1 cheaper for a Nick Fury. Kind of, but without the card draw. So yeah, I would also remove him, which I might do as I play more of this. I was trying to stick mostly to the deck. And actually, I should have moved that other one. All right, here we go. So then we're going to come over to Adam Warlock. Oops, I forgot to draw his hand. Sorry, everybody. All right, so his cape allows him to ready after I discard a card. I've also got another Mystic Senses. Wish I could get both of these out. So let's get rid of this, and let's spend his staff to put... Yeah, we're close, huh? Put the cape... Nah. To put the Mystic Senses out. Then we will do his ability here. And does this heal 1 damage from an ally? Alright. So we will get rid of... it's just going to end up killing him, though, huh? Yeah. So we're not going to worry about it. So we're going to get rid of Marvel Boy, who can attack for 2, has 2 health. That's pretty good. 2, 2, 2. And can pay a punch to get piercing and range. Oh, actually, that's kind of what I want. So... we will get rid of Major Victory. We will heal 1 from this ally. And then we will trigger drawing 2 cards with these Mystic Senses, because there's 2 of them, which is ridiculously good. I guess I'll try to put these up here. Sorry, it's kind of tight on table space. I could put the Soul World up there. Alright, and so now I can play Marvel Boy. Or the cape. I really like the cape, but I think I will... Oh, I need to use a punch, huh? Alright, so we're not going to worry about it. So we're going to go ahead and put the cape out. And the cape will let me ready when I use my ability, which I can't do currently, so there's actually not much I can do. Can't get rid of that threat, huh? A little tricky. So I will flip down. I guess if I did that, let me just do that, because then I can block. I was somebody. So I will pay the 2 to put Marvel Boy out. I'll have him attack, and he will remove this and deal 2 damage to bring him to 20. Oh, he's just going to die from that, huh? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. All right. Going back to the other. So we put the cape down and hold Marvel Boy. Alright, can I flip down? I still got a lot of threat, so I probably should deal with that. Sorry, when I use this resource, I can heal a damage from an ally. So I can heal that there on Cosmo, which could help him stay alive a little longer. Alright, draw back over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got these cards. We'll go through it on the turn. Spectrum is going to get 5 cards. Awesome. All right, we add 2 threat. Perfect. And Ebony Maw will attack here. We'll get rid of this, which is exhaust each upgrade I control. I don't know what happens when I exhaust that upgrade. And then I am stunned. And then he will attack for 1. Boy, I was going to use Cap to block. Does it just make no sense, though? When he can deal 3 damage. I guess I'll have him block over here. So she'll just take it. It's going to be 1 plus 2 is 3 and go to 7. And then he's going to attack over here. Adam Warlock's going to take 2. And then Cap will block 1 plus 0, of course. So the tough is gone. And then we get cards. 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, it's not the heal an ally. Okay. Got it. All right. So that means I would do that. Yeah, that's confusing. It feels like leadership should be heal an ally. And none of these are even heal. Oh, protection, heal 1 damage from an ally. Okay, great. Thank you. But this one does heal 1 damage. Hey, that's a little confusing. Thank you for fixing that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Until we see something that says add counters to something, that'd be different. But yes, so I fixed that. I put 1 on Cosmo, So I wouldn't have been able to do that. Somebody would add +1 that I didn't use, so we're worse off. Thank you. I'm going to make mistakes on this one because it's the first time I'm playing here. All right, deal 1 damage to your hero for each spell. If you take no damage, this card gains Surge. Gang Up. It's going to attack again. We'll take it. 1 plus give the villain a tough status card. Ha! So we take 1. And then this one is Blood to Spare. Each minion engaged with the player activates against that player. Each player who is not engaged with the minion searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Black Order minion and puts into play engage with them. Shuffle the encounter deck. All right, so let's go. So this is Black Order. And Super Giant is Black Order. That doesn't sound good. Didn't I kill another one? Yeah, so we'll get 2 infantry here that are going to add tough status cards. We'll take those out. All right. And then last one over here. That should be gone. Oh. Where did my token go? All right. Oh, I took my 2 damage. Yep. Caught off guard, so I have to get rid of something. Ooh, that's tough. I think the cape is the one I want the least. So I will get rid of the cape. Redding doesn't seem like that big a deal. All right, so we pass over here, and we pass Cosmo over here, and we need to take care of some business. I'm going to assume this does nothing to exhaust this. So I assume there's nothing there. Again, I might make some mistakes. All right, so we need to get rid of them. So we've got this magic attack. We've got this for justice. Threat cannot be removed from this scheme. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of Marvel Boy. And we will deal 2 damage here to this Black Order infantry. And then we will trigger 2 Mystic Senses to draw 2 cards. We have a Cosmic Ward, which I can put into play and cancel something. So then I'm going to use my Karmic Staff to play Magic Attack, so I can discard up to 5 cards and deal that much damage to an enemy. So I'm going to deal 4 to this enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he will be dead. Then I will use Cosmo to eliminate this one. Each of those gives him a tough, but he's already tough. And then I will play Cosmic Ward, which can cancel a card if I'm in hero form. No, it doesn't even say that. So either form. And then I'm going to play for Justice for 2, which only removes 3 threat. And I will use Adam Warlock to remove the other threat. Done. Cleaned up. Flip down. So I'll have to remove some threat over here. All right, so first thing first, we will draw with our Avengers Mansion. Ooh, it's a double resource. So we will use our double resource to play Energy Duplication. So I can exhaust this and generate the resource that's on my face-up thing. So it's really just a free energy. Then I will change forms. Change forms. All right, so we will change form to, which one? Defensive? Nope, we will change form to Gamma, deal 1 damage, get rid of the tough, and have +3 to our attack. Then I will discard the punch from my hand. Okay, so then I will discard Gamma Blast from my hand when Blade removes threat to bring that down to 5. He doesn't take consequential damage either. I'll exhaust Spectrum to remove Stunned. And then I will spend Energy Duplication and Pulsar Shield to put another Energy Duplication out. Alright, so this card's going to be an upgrade. These are spendable cards and whatnot. Alright, there we go. Draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Spectrum's got Pulsar Shield, which actually could come in handy here. And Adam Warlock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, what good timing. So we're going to get a card. We're going to put a counter on Soul World, which allows us to exhaust it and heal him fully. There's that. Nice. This is working well. What do people think so far? Have you seen the cards and whatnot? Seem interesting. I'm intrigued that Adam Warlock doesn't have a lot. Like, he'll have some fun builds. Like, ooh, let me see what happens if I get Hulk Ally and put everything on it, which doesn't really make sense. I know Hulk would go away. But there's probably something like that where it's like, ooh, it's really fun, I did this, but I don't know how much you can increase his build or change or adapt. It'll be interesting to see how all that goes. So, yeah, Adam Warlock intrigues me. I don't know how to build him when I think through that. And Spectrum feels like she just needs ways to change forms a little bit more, so I'll have to see how that goes. Whereas, like, Ant-Man and Wasp can change forms when they want to. She can't, so that'll be a little limited. But she does have all these resource cards and everything. And this whole leadership just seems... Man. Like, I feel like we had a little reprieve from overpowered leadership, and it's back. So we'll see how that goes. All right, he's adding 2 here. He is going to scheme for 2. Plus 2 is 4, bringing that to 11 of 12. So we are okay there. And then he's going to attack here. So Cosmo could step in. But I think what I'll do instead is I will use my mass attack to play a Pulsar Shield. So that lets me change to my other form, which I haven't put up yet. The Pulsar form. When I change that form, I heal 1, and I get plus 2 defense. So I can play this when I am defending. Yep. Oh, and I get and I ready. Okay, so I could defend and then change. Okay, that's interesting. So that card allows me, so I could see a little protection build there. And if I was already in that form, all these cards do it, then I retaliate. All right, so now I have 3 defense. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So that's blocked. And then we get cards, so let's hope for no advance. We get an overload. So, let's see. He will definitely take 2 damage, because he can heal to full. Don't have a lot of threat removal, but Cap can probably figure something out there. So we'll put the threat on. And then a channeling trance. So remove 1 invocation counter from each spell environment. If you have no spells, discard cards until you find a spell. It's Black Dwarf. No spell, no spell, no spell. Here's a spell. All right, and put it into play so it won't surge. 2 invocation counters on manipulation. After the last one is removed, I have to discard a random card from my hand, and I am confused. And finally, it's Outrider. Discard a random card from your hand. Ooh, that's not good. Speed of Light. Ah, that was going to let me change forms. That's no fun. All right, and then this moves over here with Cosmo. Yeah, I hope I'm getting the right piece with Cosmo. I don't know if it's just when he comes into play. So, there's that piece, but we'll do the best we can. All right. So, got this double resource. So we're going to go ahead and draw a card with our Avengers Mansion. And it is a Moxie. We are not going to change forms. So we will use an energy duplication and Moxie to play Kalu. When Kalu comes into play, I search the top 5 cards of my deck for an event and put it into my hand. So I have this Speed of Light, and then shuffle my deck. Perfect. So now I will use Speed of Light to change to... I guess just deal damage. Now I've really got to get rid of threat there, huh? Photon form, draw a card, remove a threat here. Nope. Remove a threat from the main scheme. Oh, I can't do that. Duh. I also have this Outrider, huh? All right. And I drew band together, so I got more resources. All the resources I could need. All right. So I will have Kalu attack and kill the Outrider. Oh, no, they don't get +1. All right, so Cosmo will kill them. Cosmo's out of the game. Thank you, Cosmo. Then Cap and Kalu will get rid... Oh, wait, hold on. We can get rid of that threat. With Blade and Kalu, they'll get rid of this threat. Gone. And Blade, I have to discard a punch, so I'll get rid of my band together. Did I use my tower? Oh, I used that, but I could have used my tower, but whatever. I could have used my tower to play Kalu. And then Cap will remove 3 threat to bring that down to 8. And I don't really have a reason to flip over. I don't need more cards, so we'll just stay here. All right, over here, we are going to exhaust Soul World and get rid of the token to heal to full. So we go to 11. That's really good. Flip over. I will then discard Living Tribunal, which is a card that I can pay 2 and shuffle it into the deck, although the deck is very tiny. Maybe that's actually the better move, huh? All right, so we'll use these 2 to put Living Tribunal in the deck. I'll shuffle that in a second. When I use this one, I deal a damage to the villain. So he's down to 21. Then I will... Oops, they should each have a damage, or he should have a damage. What does the summoning spell do? Gives me +1. All right. I'm going to discard my Armored Vest to heal 1 from an ally. So I will heal Cap. And then trigger these 2 to draw 2 cards. And then I will do my summoning spell. Oh man, I really want to play that Zone of Silence. Yeah, I can. All right. So I will play the summoning spell. I'm going to get rid of Pip the Troll, and I'm going to put that here, and that'll get shuffled in as well. And then I'm going to use my staff, and I can discard 4 cards to remove 4 threat. And Adam will deal 1 damage. What the heck? Okay. There we go. So these get shuffled in. All right. Wow. All right, I missed it. All right, ever since we saw Spectrum, SoCal Trojan says, excited and to see what different options can cover most situations. Yeah, I think the tricky part is just, can you change between forms? That's what's going to be tough with her. But those cards they gave her definitely will make a difference. Cosmic Ward is a forced interrupt, so it must be used. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll make sure I use that this time. I apologize that I didn't get that. Oh, that does make a difference. I see. So it has to cancel the next card. Okay, that's cool. Don't forget to ready Spectrum from Pulsar Shield. Oh, I used her to block, so then she's readied. So now in this form, she could remove 3 threat. Thank you. Got it. Right, I was thinking I change form and block, but after I block, I ready. So then she's in this form, she could remove 3 threat. Awesome. Adam can run Coulson Rapid Response, which is pretty busted. My preference is to jam in all the big allies and cheat them in by playing Recurring Summoning Spell. Got it. So you can get a bunch of cards in, so Make the Call and Rapid Response and Summoning Spell and get all your big allies in the deck. He also works really well with allies like Giant Man or Jack Flag. That really get much better if you can heal them, since he has built-in ally heal. Yep, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So those are some cool decks for sure. I'm intrigued to see how powerful they are. If they're slow, if you don't draw those cards, what's going to happen, but that could be true for a lot of things. So, you know, I'm talking like an expert mode. How would he fare against Expert Ultron or something like that, right? That's what I'm trying to think about. in terms of those things. Not that if he's not great at that, that makes him, you know, bad or whatever, but we'll see. And just how interesting it gets. Like, does that just become the deck, and then there's no other deck? Because you can always build the deck that way. You know, you're not changing aspects, so, which could be fine. It's not even a bad thing necessarily that way. All right, so this one will have to be when you reveal a treachery card. Cool, thanks. So now we'll start using his cards. The weird part is you don't want to thin his deck because his cards say for every aspect you draw. So if you start thinning his deck, you don't draw those aspect cards unless, I guess, if you can thin them equivalently. Like, okay, I'm going to put a combat training and armor vest, this, that, and the other thing all in play. Could be interesting. All right. We will add 2 threat to go to 3. The interesting part here is it doesn't feel like Ebony Maw is punishing me for, like, kind of going slow, right? Like, it's not a big deal. All right, so we're going to add 3, and then he's going to attack, and clearly this is one of my cards, but if it has... Oh, this is a rule, right? When revealed... So there's some rule that if this card's on top, right, it just gets discarded? Can somebody tell me that? I think if I draw this as a boost, I read somewhere somebody said then the card goes and gets discarded back into my deck, which is kind of crummy. I should have thought of that. But he attacks me for 1. Over here, this 1 counter is removed. He's going to attack for 2, and Kalu is just going to... Well, I got so much health. Discard a random card from your hand. All right, and Charlie 27 is gone. All right, and then we're going to get cards. 1 here and 1 here, so that's going to run out. And we're going to accelerate. Are these my accelerates? Yeah. All right, so we got to start putting some damage on him because I am going slow. Where are the speed runs when you need them? All right. First card over here is Fireball. So this is going to deal 4 damage to me, but it's going to count down for 4 turns. So let's make that the countdown. Let's beat him in 4 turns. Sounds great. And it has Surge, so we're going to get this card. And we're going to remove 1. Let's beat him in 3 turns. All right, and then this card is going to say, discard cards from top of your deck until you discard an ally. Put that ally into play under your control. And then remove this from the game. All right, so we're going to discard, discard, discard. Is this an ally? Nope, that's an event. Discard. We get Marvel Boy. All right, well, that's cool because it's a positive thing, right, instead of a negative. Passing over here. All right, we want to deal some damage. So we've got a Karmic Blast here. We've got to make the call if we want to get somebody out of here. Charlie is like a retaliate and block thing. Quasar, Pip the Troll, nah. All right, so if I do this, I give myself +1 attack and +1 defense this round. So let's go ahead and... Oh, darn it. What was the treachery that I revealed? Or did I not reveal a treachery? No, I didn't reveal a treachery, so I don't have to worry about that card. Okay. So let's go ahead and discard this combat training to deal 2 damage. Right here. So he's down to 18. Then let's attack him for 2 with Marvel Boy. And we trigger Mystic Senses, which I drew, but I didn't say. All right, so now we can do a Karma Blast. So we're going to get rid of Inspired. I didn't realize I had that Inspired. That could have been smart, right? What are you going to do? All right, we'll get rid of Cosmic Awareness and our Staff. And we will do this Karmic Blast. And this will deal 4 damage and then discard 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 for each different aspect. Deal 2 more. So he's going to take 6 damage, so he's down to 10. Awesome. Then Spectrum is going to let us draw a card. And then when we draw that card, we're going to discard these 3 and just straight up uppercut him for 5. Oops. And we will exhaust to deal 1 more damage. 4. There we go. Start hitting them. All right, Spectrum's turn. Does she have a way to change form? Yes. And she's got White Tiger. After you play her, draw X cards where X equal the villain's stage number. Okay. Band together. We'll put her into play for free, though. Let's flip them before we do that, shall we? Who can attack for 4? I cannot. Change forms with Gamma Blast. Not going to quite get me there, huh? Okay. 4, 4, 4. Who can attack for 4? All right, I think we can do it this way. So I think I can... I think this happens first. Gotta get rid of a punch, huh? Which is only that one. All right, so Cap and Kalu will hit him, and he flips. Kalu's out. Cap takes a damage. That's 5 total damage. Ebony Maw is going to flip. And when he flips, each player discard a card at the top of the deck until they discard a spell card, and they put it into their play area. So we'll go here first for player order. Spell card, spell card, spell card. All right, so we're going to get another fireball. And then here we're going to get a pacification. So it looks like in 3 turns it's going to be tricky. And 4 on this one. Whew, sorry, it's such a messy table. All right, so there's that. We have to discard a random card from our hand. Sounds good. All right, and then he's got 18, so that's 36. Hey, that's pretty reasonable amount there for all that. All right, then we are going to play White Tiger. White Tiger is going to come into play and draw 2 cards because I am on stage 2. So here's 2 cards, and we will shuffle. Get an encounter card. And then we will play Gamma Blast, which says change to energy form and deal 7 damage. So I'm going to change to energy form, which has me deal 1 damage. I think this is after, so I'm going to deal 7, goes to 29, then deal 1, go to 28. And I'm going to play Moxie off of that. So now I can attack for 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I give her +1 or did I give him +1? I gave one of us +1. No, or did I? No, I end up dealing damage. That's right. Okay. So that's 4, right? So 24. Then White Tiger will attack for 3, 21. And I don't have the one for Blade, so I guess I'll wait, and I will give her +3 to go to 9. There we go. All right, next turn. Dead. Oh, yeah, no, she's got lots of interesting things. It goes to the owner's discard pile. Okay, that's what I did. It's a boost of 0, then goes in the discard of the owner. Yeah, that's kind of lame. That's rough. I don't like that rule. I'm sure a lot of people don't. Just because I spend all the time shuffling it in just to have it go here. I mean, I guess it's a 0 boost, which is nice. But at least if it got discarded here, it could still come up. Yeah, no. Oh, she's built-in aerial. Right. So she can use all those cards. Oh, and she should have +1. Gotcha. So I'm not sure how many times I should have, but she also has +1. I didn't attack with Blade because it has to be a card from my hand, so I didn't have that specific condition. So there's that. All right. Well, all these shouldn't be a big deal because we'll kill them next turn. Yeah, maybe 2 turns, but I think I can deal 10 damage. Don't really know yet. All right. Speed, there's a mana, there's that. Photon, speed, etc., etc. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just draw me some damage cards. Yeah, there's Karmic Blast. That's really all we need. Yeah, maybe Martin X. All right. Not super high-powered damage, but should be enough. Okie dokie. So we will add 3 threat because he's accelerating. He's going to attack for 2 over here against Adam Warlock. I think I could just take 2. We're going to get rid of this card first. So this one is You are confused and discard a random card from your hand. Well, that's rude. Oh, no, it's my Karma Blast. That's just making the game take longer. That's lame. And I am confused. What? All right, attacks for 2. Plus 2 is 4, down to 7. Over here, he's going to attack. Man, I got 9 health, so this Pulsar Shield feels like a waste. But I can come back into that form, so I guess I'll do it. So I will block. These 2 go away. I will spend this for Pulsar Shield, which lets me ready. Go into this form. I am Pulsar form, so I heal 1. And now I have blocked for 3. And he attacks for 2, plus 1 is 3, so I'm good. And then card. It's an advance, so he's going to take a token away here. And then 2 plus 3 is 5. That goes to 11. And then over here, prevent all damage. After it prevents 2 or more damage, discard it. So I've got to deal 2 damage to him. And another spell, Surges. And this is going to be the discard a random card, so 2 turns are going to be bad. And it surges into a Black Order infantry, who will give him tough when they die. All right. Well, that's a thing. So we can have +1. So let's play Speed of Light to change into damage form. So now we're in that form, and we deal 1 damage here. Then we attack for 4. So Cap attacks for 3, kills him, adds a tough. Boy, they're making this a pain, huh? So then which one would trigger first? I think they said tough cards always trigger first. He goes to 3. We're not going to kill him this turn. Darn it. All right, so then we got to figure out a way to get rid of that, which isn't really going to happen. So now it's a matter of getting rid of threat. Blade. So we want to put Blue Marvel out. So 1, 2, 3 lets me play Blue Marvel. Switch forms again. Yeah, she needs something. I guess she does it here. Remove a threat, so this goes down to 10. Then do I draw a card, or do I give the card to Adam Warlock? Does he have an event that would deal a damage? No, he's got Martinex. And he could go get one. Did I forget again? Whatever he drew. He's got this magic attack. Oh, I could just go get this Karmic Blast, huh? Alright. So that'll work out pretty well. Alright. So we'll just have the 2 of them attack. This one will get rid of the tough. This one will get rid of the aberration. And then I will get rid of 3 threat to bring that down to 7. So that's going to go to 10. Ugh. That's really what we're going to do, because we have this photon speed. We don't have any other things, so we will let Adam Warlock draw. Oh, hold on. Not draw a card yet. So he's going to use the staff to go get the Karmic Blast. Then draw the card. Shuffle, get a Soul World counter. Forgetting Cosmic Ward. I don't think I drew a Treachery. I don't remember, though. I think I drew a Fireball. So I think I was okay. I'm not sure. I'm trying my best. For sure. Adam drew the advance. Gotcha. Okay. All right, well, Adam drew advance, and then it was for 3. So this should have canceled it. That would be shuffled in. Black Dwarf. It's kind of a mess, huh? So we'll just shuffle Black Dwarf back in, although that's huge if I don't have 5 threat there, right? And I'll just have to shuffle Black Dwarf back in is kind of the best I can do there. Alright, but that does make a big difference in my turn here. Alright, so now I can do this Karmic Blast. But I want to get rid of one of these cards. I don't care about healing damage. This will give me +1 to my stats. Draw 2 cards. I got 2 Cosmic Wards now. So then I will play the Karmic Blast and deal 4, 5, 6 damage. Bring him down to 14. I have a +1, so I'll attack for 2 to go to 12. The boy will attack for 2 at 10. And I used the yellow one, so I remove a threat here. Yeah, it does make a big difference. And then I will play a Cosmic Awareness to put a Cosmic Ward out. And do I want to flip down? Can get rid of my status effect? Sure. I'll discard this card to get rid of my status, so I'm not confused. Thank you, everybody. I totally appreciate you catching me on things. I'll do my best to go back. I may not be able to. I may do something that's worse. So I appreciate you helping me out here. So I guess the point of this mass attack is I can play this. I mean, this is a way to just deal damage without attacking with everybody, right? So, all right. He is dead next turn. Adam Warlock will draw 6 cards. Wait to see if I have to heal in case I draw something there. So 3 here. He is attacking over here for 2 after all of these go away. 2 plus 2 is 4. We'll go to 6. Then he's going to scheme over here after this one goes away. For 2 plus 2 is 4. Trying to catch myself on that. And then card, Cosmic Ward is going to go on top of my card so I don't forget. All right, over here we get an Outrider, and we have to discard a card. And it's my Speedolite. Would like that to change forms, and draw a card, but we'll be okay. Over here is a Treachery, and it is canceled. Got it. And then here is the Advance. Darn it. And I want to cancel that one, but I can't. So 2 plus 3, so this will trigger, go to the next stage. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Each player discards on top until a spell environment is discarded and put into play. All right? And that's going to have 2 on it. So we're going to shuffle, and then we're going to put a spell into play. And then he should be very dead. I don't know what effects I'm going to get from the campaign, like for every spell in play. Ah! But I can't prevent that. All right, her first. She is going to get a spell. Rainstorm. Rubble Storm. Wow, none of the same. So I'm not going to put counters on that because it shouldn't happen. And Manipulation. All right, so we survived all these. Pass to Adam Warlock. I don't really have to worry about health or anything, so I'm just going to flip. And I'm going to Karmic Blast. Sorry, and I'll pay this Audacity to do that. And then I draw 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to deal 7. Plus 1 is 8. He's down to 2. I will then discard... I don't have anything, huh? I will discard this card to draw 2 and heal 1 from an ally. Oh, White Tiger was gone. My bad. I'll just heal Blue Marvel. And then I will put my cape down and be done. And I can attack for 1. And then over here, I'll make sure to kill this Outrider in case there's something there, and I'll have Cap attack. And that's a win. All right, there we go. We got it. So, what happens here? Victory, if secure the landing pad was defeated, add Cosmo to the campaign pool. Cool. And if attack on Nowhere 1B was completed, add security breach. Ah, so I let that go at the very end, which maybe I deserved. So security breach will stay. I never saw that one. All right. There we go. That's the first one. How's everybody doing? How was that? Pretty good. We'll go one more here and see how we do. So let me separate things out a little bit. See what we're thinking. So I definitely have too many of these Mighty Avengers. So I think I'll pull that, put the other card back in. I'm not going to make too many changes, though. The decks are pretty good. Spectrum worked pretty well. But I will get rid of 2 of these Mighty Avengers because I can't even play those. The summoning spell goes back in. And what am I going to put in? I guess I'll put a... Well, that's slow. I'll put an honorary Avenger in. That way I can make Cosmo an Avenger and then still trigger my ability there. So that will be that change. And then over here, everything's good. And we've got to move on to the next villain. So we'll play one more here. I'm not going to play 6 hours straight through, especially the first time. My throat's getting a little sore from talking. But I appreciate everybody joining. I hope this is exciting and fun for you and whatnot. Let's go up to this camera while I sort everything. So are there any questions that people had or other things that I can help with? And whatnot. I'm just sorting these schemes there. Observations. Feel free to correct me on some things. Oh, you shouldn't have won. You should have just lost miserably. You should start over and start crying. I'm crying on the inside. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to make mistakes the first time through, but it's more fun to play it live and make mistakes for me than and then to avoid them all completely. I am not a perfectionist, so it's no big deal. I'll get better at playing them. All right, so we separated all those out. Ebony Maw is done. That was pretty fun. I liked those spells. That was interesting. Tried to stay out from under them, and generally seemed to work. So next up is... Oh, this one should be fun. This is the 2-tower one. No, not the 2 towers. What is it called? All right, and what do I need here? It is Tower Defense. All right, I need Armies of Titan. It's the only one I need, and I have that one. All right, and I'll put in this breach. Sounds like it's gonna go in. Here's a side scheme, and this is his. All right, cool. Sweet. Nah, he wasn't too tough. Oh, drop Power Man. Yeah, if I had my cards easily available, I would drop him and put something else in. I just don't have anything readily available to drop in place, so I'll let it be. I mean, at least it's an ally, right? Like when you're just like, oh my gosh, if I had an ally, I could jump block now, and that was an issue with Rocket and Groot. But yeah, it's a good point. He seems rough. But maybe we'll make use of him. Maybe we'll just need, like, if I only had 4 damage in my hand or something, you know? Yeah, her form switching is interesting. Trying to get between those forms, and you're trying to play those cards. But I guess the cards also let you switch. So it's just very focused on that. But she's got a lot of resource generation, which is huge. So then she can play all of those cards, which is really nice. So that works pretty well. All right, let's move on here. I think I've got what I need in place. So we'll slide this over and go down. Team training. Oh, team training would be good too. I know my cards are down here in the bin, but yeah, that would be pretty good to keep all them in play. I have to agree with that. All right, so here we go. So we read that one. We've got this one, the expert one. We would just keep our hit points. All right, we are on Nowhere. Gamora says, what's going on out there? And Star-Lord says, the landing zone is overrun. Cosmo needs help. I'll deal with the invaders. You stay here, she says. Oh, and then we see Loki in the mirror It's Loki instead of Star-Lord. Don't worry about me. I have everything I need right here. Back at the Sanctuary, Corvus Glaive, let us take our soldiers to nowhere. Proxima Midnight says, the Maw has failed, Lord. His battalion will not return. So then Loki says, the Power Stone is no longer on Nowhere. Oh, he's bringing it to Thanos. I brought it to you. The Reality Stone can be found within Avengers Tower on Earth. You offer me the final 2 Infinity Stones? What is your game, trickster, says Thanos. And Loki says, I always like to play for the winning team. Also, my brother is among those who guard the Reality Stone. I wish him dead. Thanos says, Corvus, Proxima, take your army to Earth, secure the stone, and bring Loki his brother's head. So at the Avengers Tower, it says, destroy the towers. That's what we're going to be doing here. So we're fighting over the tower. We've got 2 separate schemes. And one is Proxima's and one is Corvus Glaive's. And we have to fight both of them. So we've got him here, her here. And then this one will come and play on that one. And the Avengers Tower will be in the middle here. And then we've got their deck as well as all of this. So they have the Armies of Titan. They have the standard set. We have the obligations. And all of that, and then this is giving me that whole idea. So basically, this is going to switch back and forth, and that one's going to activate, although they both can be attacked, and then they both have schemes that are going to increase. So, all right. So that's going to be that idea. So here's that third one. Here's that one. So she is going to have... Oh, I'm going to need another dial. You know what? I'm just going to do it backwards. She's going to have 18 damage. So we'll count her down. And he's going to have... Everything's locked away. 16. And he's weaker. And... when they're done, they both have to flip together is the idea. Alright, when this scheme pops, we have to add damage to the tower. So the tower takes 9 damage per player and then flips. We have to add 6 damage per player. When this one pops, everybody gets a face down and counter card. And then I assume I add this one. Save the Shawarma side scheme into play. If security breaches in the campaign pool, shuffle it in. And we've got no Cosmo. Alright, save the shawarma. Double check because your things are double-sided. Open the dungeons. Nope, nope, nope. Uh-oh. Where is it? On the back of one of these. Oh, I wonder if I missed it. Hold on a second. Save the shawarma. Oh, and I don't need that. Okay. So that one got shuffled in something else, so I need to find it. Uh-oh. Sorry, everybody. Bear with me while I find this. Must be on the back side of something that I missed. Really solid box, yep. Alright, I don't know where that one is. Am I just missing it here somewhere? save the shawarma side scheme. Not on the back of any of these. Not on this one. Nope, nope, nope. Maybe it's on the back of this. Yep, okay. There we go. Alright, save the shawarma. Found it. So check the back sides of yours. So what ends up happening. Alright, and then I got the deck here. So this says, put that into play, putting that into play, and I'm done with this. That's good. Alright, read some of these. This one says, Proxima Midnight leads the Black Order in a direct assault on Avengers Tower. Corvus Glaive directs his forces from the front, using his tactical genius to counter the Avengers' defenses. Save the shawarma place. Black Order soldiers run rampant through the city around Avengers Tower, threatening the hero's favorite restaurant. There you go. When defeated, each player shuffles one copy of shawarma into their deck. So shawarma is a triple resource card. So that's pretty good. And then we flip this over. Alright, so we'll keep the deck over. Actually, I'm just going to keep the deck up top. You won't be able to see it. But I think that's fine. Alright. Spectrum. Cards. Shuffle. This one is going to have 4 on it again. That one has 2. That one has 2. So either of them could be attacked. They don't flip until both of them are dead. So I got to get them both to 0. Then they'll flip to the next stage. And I got to take them out. That's a lot of damage for a stage. I'm dealing 16 and 18. That's 34 damage. That's a lot of health. That's only stage 1. Wow. All right. I guess because they activate back and forth is the idea. All right. Solid box, preferred GMW progression, more choices with the market, but this has a lot of neat little side quests that add some great flavor. Cool. Yeah, side quests. Seems good. All right, so let's draw 6 here. We got Cap. He's kind of a tricky one to start with. We've got 2 ready to rumbles, but I can only have 1 in play. I could give 1 to Adam if I wanted to. Clue lets me go get another card, so I guess we'll deal with that and draw. All right. And then Adam Warlock over here. We'll get 6 cards. Got Pip. Got the Soul World. Seems good. Zone of Silence. Keep those under control is nice. The main scheme would be the one where that is currently. I don't need to go get a card from my discard pile, so we'll get rid of that. Pip the Troll. So he's an ally that can come into play with toughness, which is kind of interesting. So he might be good to have. Heal a damage from an ally. That could be good if I put Cap or Kalu in. So we'll hold it. I don't think I care about it. Draw 2 and see what we get. For justice. We got lots of justice over here. Alright. You can take care of a lot of that threat then. We should deal a little damage up front. So let's go ahead and start by putting Kalu out. Kalu lets us look at the top 5 and take an event. And we've got Gamma Blast and we've got Photon Speed. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. And let's do our Gamma Blast. We'll shuffle those back in. Alright, so Cap now costs 4 if we want to put him into play. Which actually isn't terrible play here. I kind of like these other cards. I could play Moxie, have additional damage, and then play Gamma Blast. Yeah, we'll see Cap later. Alright, so we will flip, and we will go to Gamma. Deal a damage. So let's hit here first. Does anybody ever retaliate? No. No? Okay, so don't have to worry about that. And we'll play Moxie. And then we can attack for 4. So we'll attack for 4 here. Bring her down to 13. And then we will spend 3 and play Gamma Blast. And we will hit for 7. So we'll get rid of 7 here to bring him down to 9. Guess we'll just bring him down at the same time. That's what makes sense to me. And Kalu will get rid of a threat here. This one seems worse. And then can just block. So not amazing, but something. All right. Adam Warlock will flip. Some weird cards. We'll play Zone of Silence with this. And after that, we get 1 off the main scheme. And then we'll discard 1, 2, 3, 4. Which will get rid of this. And flip it over. And it is now Black Swan. Gauges the first player. She has a toughness. She's going to hit for 2. After she engages you, discard a card from your hand. I got nothing over here. All right, and then we each get a shawarma for saving that. So shawarmas are 1 of each resource. So these get shuffled into our decks. So it's a triple resource. I don't know how good that is for Adam Warlock. Does he have cards that cost 3? Yeah, I guess it still gives you the resources you need. All right, so then I can play Pip on my off turn. For Justice makes no sense. So I guess we'll just play Pip and then have a toughness and have a block. And Adam will remove this toughness from her, and she has 8 health. All right, we'll hold the Soul World. Draw back up. We've got a punch. We've got the Shawarma to pay for it. Hey, look, there's my 3 costs. Came at the same time. And over here, she's going to get the Gamma Blast, so that could work to take out Black Swan. And Blade, so it'll be good. All right. There we go. So we add a threat to each of these schemes. Actually, we add 2 threats, so they each go to 3 of 12. And then this moves. So Proxima is going to attack for 2 if I deal a damage to the tower. Otherwise, she gets +2 attack. I'm just going to give her the +2 attack and block with Kalu. So it's 2 plus 0, 4 plus 0. So Kalu is out. And then over here, she's going to attack, and I'll block with Pip the Troll, give her the +2. Loses the toughness. Then Black Swan attacks me for 2. I forgot that. All right, card. So this one is deal 3 damage to Avenger's Tower. Well, that's rude. All right, and Corvus's Cunning. Corvus Glaive activates against you. All right, so when he activates, if he makes an undefended attack, discard the top card of the encounter deck, deal 1 damage for each boost icon on that card. All right, I don't think I'm going to Spectrum block, so we're just going to have to take it. Oh, so he's going to attack me for 4, and then he's going to deal 0 to the tower. So I'm down to 7. Pass over here. So try to deal some damage here, huh? Remove 1 threat from each scheme in play. That's not bad. All right, what can we do? Can Gamma Blast her. Can attack for 3. Then we have to change form, huh? Play the duplication. We're not going to get there, so Gamma Blast and Avenger, Honorary Avenger. It's really what she can do. So we just have to do 1 damage there. Alright, so we will uppercut and deal 5 damage here to Proxima Midnight. Then we'll discard Heroic Intuition to remove 2 threat from a scheme. So we'll remove it here. And then we'll use Quasar to play Soul World for that. Over here, Spectrum is going to Yeah, not a lot of options. All right, so Spectrum is going to play Gamma Blast, which would be overkill. Oh, okay, so I'll hit for 3, and then Gamma Blast will be overkill because I'm already in that form, so it deals 7. So I got Victory, so she's out. So she needs 5 more, and then 2. This is the active villain, so it goes down to 6. And then I will play an Honorary Avenger, I guess, on myself. Here. Okay. Got Pip the Troll to block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a Blue Marvel. These are useless until I get Blue Marvel out, so I can't even play Blue Marvel. Wow, rough. Need to draw a double or triple resource. All right, and then 3, 4, 5. Got my Karmic Blast, which will probably be my plan. So it should be good. All right, this moves over. We add 1 to each of the schemes. Let me check in with people over here because I'm going to forget. All right. Cool. People are good over here, so no questions in terms of all that. Again, thanks so much for watching, and if you haven't thumbed up the video, go ahead and do that. That helps out a whole bunch, so appreciate it. All right. So then Corvus Glaive is going to activate, and if it's undefended, he is going to deal damage to the tower. All right, so when he attacks Adam, he'll block. So it's 1 + 1 is 2, so we're good. And then Pip the Troll will block the other one. And it's 1 + 2 is 3. He's out, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we just get cards. Shadow of the Past. Show me the shadow. All right, so we're going to put the Magus in, who has Toughness and Quick Strike, so will attack me for 2, and when he attacks me, discard the top 5 cards of my deck. Well, that's fun. Okay. And then we will put out the Universal Church of Truth. That always sounds good. After a player resets their deck, exhaust that player's identity and stun it. All right, and then these 3 are going to get shuffled in. And an advance. So we will advance. It's going to be 2 + 1 is 3, and this one will go to 7 of 12. All right. Pass back to Spectrum. So at this point, all I can really do is change forms, draw cards. So let's... Oh, I could deal damage if I do that, huh? Oh, and I gotta get rid of him. That's a pain. Alright, so I guess I'll change to my defensive form. Pulsar, heal 1. Draw a card. It's a Moxie. Oh, these ones are terrible. I can't even use them, huh? No allies. Alright. So I could play that Moxie. Yeah, I gotta get rid of Blue Marvel, play Photon Speed, change to my Photon form, get rid of 1 threat here. Get rid of 1 threat here, and then exhaust to get rid of this, and the Universal Church is gone. So there's that. And these are just junk. I've got no allies, so those are gone. Yikes. Alright. Over here, we need to deal a damage. So we will play this Audacity to deal a damage here. He's gone. And then we will play Karmic Blast to deal 4 plus 2 is 6 and take out the Magus, so we don't have to deal with him. That's it. So not a lot showing here, huh? So she's going to add damage or increase, so we're going to have to do that, or she's going to add threat. So I will flip down there, because she doesn't scheme for a lot. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably should have had her up, down. All right, so we got White Tiger that we could play. Only draw one card. We've got Power Man, so not our favorites. But she'll let us draw a card, which will let us play Mighty Avengers or something else. So get there. Boy, slow build, though. That needs a little work in terms of that. All right, this is going to move over here. This is going to go to 3. This is going to go to... wait. This is going to go to 4. This is going to go to 9. That one just adds cards, so not as big a deal. Then she is going to attack here. For 2, we'll put 1 damage on the tower, because that can go to 18. So 2 plus, add the other villain's scheme and attack. So 1, so 3, so she's going to go to 8. And then she's going to scheme over here for 1 plus 0. Well, that works well. And that goes to 5 of 12. And then we get cards. So this one is going to be Direct Assault. Attach the villain who is not the active villain. When attached villain attacks, gains range. If that attack defeats an ally, deal 3 damage. So plus 2 attack. Okay. And Caught Off Guard. So I will lose my Soul World. I really want it to be Ward. And I should be ready. Okay, so we've got the summoning spell. We've got to start by getting this out there. A little bit of healing could be good. So we'll heal for 3. Go to 8, flip. And then we will use these 2 to put out the staff. We will discard Marvel Boy to deal 2 damage. And then we will use the staff and the ward to play Cosmic Awareness. And we will remove 3 from a scheme. Plus 1 for each different aspect. Is it 4? So 3 plus 2 is 5. So we'll bring this one down to 4. Alright, then Spectrum will play White Tiger with the Shawarma. Draw 1 card. This is now a 1. So I could play Mighty Avengers or I could play Power Man. She can remove a lot of threat, huh? And then she could flip down. If need be, White Tiger could block. All right. So we'll play Mighty Avengers. So she can attack for 3, and she can remove 4 threat. I care about that one. One's going to go to 6, 7, 8. Has to go to 12. Let's just get rid of this threat. This one seems worse. Nah, I think I'm being silly. We'll clear this one. And then White Tiger will deal 3 damage here to bring us down to 4. And then can just block. And I will flip down here. All right. So draw back up. We get a card. All right. Let's see. Band Together is an interesting card because it's upside. I can't get rid of it. With 0 odds in play, it's worse than any other card in the game. Yep, I just experienced that, especially 2 of them when I couldn't get an ally in play. But that Shawarma really helped. I was like, oh, is this going to be useful? Is it going to be overkill? But no, plenty of 3s. Be an interesting card in, I guess it's just a campaign card. But I was going to say, it'd be an interesting card with Star-Lord because you're trying to put those in. Look at another 3. So now I can play Charlie if I want to have a big old blocker. All right, and then here she's going to draw 6. Just give her a little bit of build here. All right, so that's a lot of threat removal, which would be fine. And she has no form. Okay, I really like this so far. Sorry, I haven't even reacted to give you my thoughts, but I really am enjoying it. I'm not huge on these 2 heroes, but I think I really like the deck build, so I got to get in there and kind of play them and deck build them. His Adam Warlock seems trickier, but this is fun trying to figure out back and forth what to do. Feels a little like it could be scripted. So this will move over here, and I'm going to add 2 to this and 2 to this. It doesn't seem that hard to control, but it is standard. So, you know, they're not trying to make it like as hard as possible. He's going to attack here. White Tiger will block. Oh, if she dies, it put 3 damage on the tower. Okay, so I don't need that. So we'll just block with him. So it's defended. So it's 3 plus 2 is 5. So I take 3 and go to 5, and this is gone. And then he's going to scheme for 2 plus 1 is 3. So this one is going to go to 5, and then we're going to get cards. No whammies. Alright, Proxima Midnight activates against you. So she's going to attack for 2. He's exhausted, so we won't put a damage, and we'll block with White Tiger. And that's 5. She's gone. Security Breach. Alright, each player places a random card from here face down. Return each face down card to its owner's hand. We've seen that with Vulture. Alright. And it's going to give a +1. And it's hinder 2, so it's going to have 6 on it. Man, these do not feel that bad. Advance. So he's going to scheme again for 2 plus discard a random card from your hand. Man, they just do not want Monica to build. It's like, good luck. Have fun. Alright, and we pass over here. She is slow going, huh? So we need to photon speed. And then we could pulsar shield to be able to defend, I guess. Alright, so we will flip up and we will go to Gamma form to deal a damage, bring her down. And then we will photon speed to change to photon form, remove a threat, and then remove 4 threat, which I guess will be here. And then she can remove another 3, so we'll get rid of this security breach, and that is a victory card. And we each get our cards back. So she had Moxie and he had Shawarma. And then we will photon speed again to bring this one down to 2. And away we go. All right, over here I've got the Shawarma. So I will play that and Eternity to do this one, Mystic Senses, and then I'll play these 2 to put Charlie out, who has a Toughness, and I will flip down, because it's going to be over here. Yep, and then that'll block. Okay. Yeah, feels pretty straightforward when my cards are getting limited like that, or expensive, so there's that. Adam Warlock will draw to 6. And these 2 should be down. Sorry about that. That's just for space. All right, we will add 2 to each of these. So this one goes to 9, and then this will switch places. She will attack here, and Charlie will block. And it's going to be put Zealot of Truth into play, engaged with you. So it's going to be 4, and that's going to remove the tough, and then it's going to retaliate against her, so she's down to 4. Maybe we can actually take them out. And then the Zealot is going... No, then that's done. Then over here, she's going to scheme for 1. Plus 2 is 3. Plus 1 is 4, so this will go to 8. Card. City under attack. Hinder 1. When defeated, the player defeated the scheme draws a card. Okay. I'll take it. Corvus orders a regiment of his troops to assault New York City in order to draw out the Avengers. Loss of control. So give this to her. I cannot change energy forms. Exhaust her to remove this from the game. So this just comes into play here. So I'm going to have to flip down. Now I have my speed of light and I can't play it. Man. They know what they're doing. Messing with me. Alright. So I think I'm just going to need him to heal. He seems to heal and block. Not a lot of damage. Okay. So threat is an issue. I need 4 damage there. So let's get rid of this in-betweener to deal 2 damage. And then we can exhaust this to draw a card. And it's Marvel Boy. Major Victory. Ready a Guardian character. Zone of Silence. So we'll do Karmic Staff and Quantum Magic to play Marvel Boy, who will attack and kill the Zealot of Truth. And then we will play Quasar. Or just get rid of that, right? All right, so we'll play Zone of Silence. What do we want to hold here? Yeah, we'll play Zone of Silence. And we will discard 4 cards to clear City under attack. That's gone. And draw a card. And then we will go and get a card, which will be Zone of Silence. And we will play it again to discard 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And clear 4 off of here. Alright. Then Spectrum can't change forms. So we are going to use these 2 to play this one. We will exhaust it to gain that to put Endurance on Adam Warlock. So he goes to 11. This one goes to 11. Oh, I have to exhaust her. Okay. And then I will flip down and exhaust to get rid of loss of control. And that's out of the game. Whew. Yeah, these 2 characters take a while to get built. I'm going to hold my speed of light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I got 2 of those. So I can flip back and forth and deal a bunch of damage. Ready all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got some of these cards that I could put in. Pip the Troll. Could come in to defend. Maybe that's just what I'll do. Makes sense. Alright, these each get 2. So this one goes to 10. And this one goes to 7. We're going to bring this over here. He's going to attack here first. So Pip the Troll will come out. I will use my Summoning Spell and my Karmic Staff to put Pip the Troll out. And he will block against him with the Tough. And then schemes over here for 2 plus 2 is 4. That goes to 11. It's like I planned this. Alright. And then cards. Almost through that deck, huh? So I assume they both accelerate. Deal 3 damage to Avenger's Tower. Uh-oh. So if that gets to 18, we're in trouble. But we're good so far. And a Black Order Berserker. After engages you, either deal 1 damage to Avenger's Tower or deal 2 damage to your identity. We'll just put 1 on Avenger's Tower. It's fine. Back over to here. Alright, so she doesn't need to heal. We've got our own Avengers Tower, if we want it. And she's got the Living Tribunal, which she should not have. So that was a mistake. We'll shuffle that in over here. Which actually means she has this. And she should have had an extra card. So her card would be Corvus Glaive activates against you. Oh no. So he will scheme for 2 plus heal 2 damage and give him a tough status. So he goes to 6. And he's tough. This will go off, which will give them each another encounter card. So the Zealot will be here. And the Outrider makes her discard a card. Alright, so what was my other card? Gamma Blast. Alright. I'd love to get that Avengers Tower down, but I don't know that it makes sense. Alright, I'm going to flip back and forth between these forms. So we will flip over, and we will deal a damage here. We have guard? Nope. Then we will flip. Oh, sorry, that should have been Gamma form. Then we'll flip to Photon form, and we'll get rid of a threat to bring this to 9. Because we don't want to add 12 to that tower. Then we will draw a card. Oh my goodness. All right. We'll go back to this form and deal a damage and draw a card. Okay, so we'll deal a damage here, and then we will exhaust to get rid of this one. We will then flip back to photon form, get rid of a threat, draw a card. Now we've got Moxie. We will put down the Ready to Rumble with the energy duplication. We'll play Gamma Blast. We will flip to this form, deal 7, and play Moxie. We will deal 7 here, take out Corvus Glaive, deal 1 here, take out the Outrider, and attack with the Moxie for 4, take out the Zealot of Truth. Boom. And we will... Okay, this is what readied me. Okay, I don't think I triggered that, but this was when I changed form, I ready, and then I attacked. Took out the Zealot of Truth. Got it. I did it in my head, but I didn't say it out loud. Okay, so then over here we could just get rid of threat, or we could shuffle this in. Can we deal 4 damage? We could. So this one would heal a damage from an ally if we want to keep him in play. This one would shuffle in and heal 2 damage from an identity. Could run into that same problem. This would just get rid of threat. That's going to go to 10. But we've got advances. You could just flip them. We'll do the Cosmic Awareness. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we only get 1, so we get rid of 4 threat. We'll deal a damage. Deal a damage. And deal 2 damage. So she's done. So they flip. And it looks like they just changed their stats. So she's now 24, and he's now 22. All right, we're on our way. That's a lot of damage, though. 40-something damage. She's 24, and he is 22. 5. All right, I don't have that, so I'm going to put threat on. Sorry, I should have had dials ready. I forgot. People still with me there? I hope people are still watching. Hope it's still interesting. It's going to be heard. I want to flip down. I don't really have a benefit from flipping down at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, both these characters don't do much flipping down, so... it's not 6. So we'll put 1 back. Alright, so we got to make the call if we want to go get an ally. We've got this to remove threat. It's a lot of threat removal, but not a lot of damage there. Alright, and then she's going to ready... We need allies over here. Where are my allies? Alright, there's Blue Marvel. I can put him into play, and then I've got... Put the duplication in and put Blade into play, then I just can't use Blade. That's the tricky part, unless I use that one. Not my favorite. Alright, so we should be able to put some allies into play, though. So, we're going to move over here after adding 2 threat and 2 threat. Let's finish this up. Go to bed. What time are we at? Woo! Alright, 10:30. That's my limit, because I got to teach tomorrow. Alright. This is fun, though. We're doing a good job. Or we're having fun. They did a good job. That's what I want to say. Not me. I'm just playing. Alright, that moves over here. She's going to attack. So we can add damage to here. We have all these blockers. We have a lot of health. So Pip the Troll will block. We won't do anything. Oh, what's her thing? When she attacks, choose to either deal a damage or... So she's just a 3. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Pip is out. Over here, she's going to attack. And we'll just have Adam block, and it's going to be give the villain a tough status card. And she's going to attack for 3, 4, 5. He blocks 2, so he's down to 8. And we accelerate. So I assume both schemes accelerate in this case. We'll have to double check that. And we reshuffle. Ready to Rumble is an amazing card. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You definitely can deck thin with that, give that to people, and then on a final turn, that's a great card for Hulk. Is it a great card for Hulk? I guess you could exhaust to heal. Like, it's a good card for healing and then back. But yeah, no, it's definitely a card that we didn't realize we wanted, but we wanted it. So I think that's a great way to say that. Outrider, discard a card. Come on. It's going to be the Shawarma. Watch. Nope, Pulsar Shield. All right. And Bound by Blood. Heal 2 damage for each villain. Give each villain a tough status card. So they are both healthy. They both will be tough. Those are cool cards. But really, it just feels like this is just slowing it down. Like, all right, now you can't do stuff. Okay, I will play Blue Marvel. When I play Blue Marvel, I will switch forms to Pulsar form. Remove a threat. There. Then I'll use this to play Blade. I will get rid of a tough. Blue Marvel will hit... we'll get rid of 2 threat to bring this one down. Blade will attack, and I'll discard this. Oh, he's got 3, so I can bring that to 2. And kill the Outrider. And I'll discard that one. There is that. Over here, I will discard. Man, I got nothing to deal damage. All right, this one's going to give me +1. That's no good. Cosmic Awareness. I'd almost rather do this make the call. All right, make the call, and I'll go get... These allies are weak. I'll get Marvel Boy. And I will pay these 2 for him. So it's heal a damage from an ally, which will be Blue Marvel, and remove a threat from the main scheme. He will then punch for 2. Charlie will punch for 1 to get rid of this. He'll punch for 2 here. I will discard this Living Tribunal to get rid of these 2 and draw a card with the senses. And then I will use Cosmic Awareness and Karmic Staff. 1, 2, 3, 4 to deal damage here. And it's +1, so 5 damage. So she's down to 17, and I get a card. Yeah. And I guess I can flip down to draw more cards. All right, I feel like once she gets built, we should be there. All right, so we'll draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No damage. Just want to deal damage. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lots of threat removal. 2 resource cards. I can put down Avengers Mansion, draw another card. All right. So we're adding 3 threat to this one and 3 threat to this one. Pass this over here. He's going to attack for 2. Marvel Boy will block. So it's going to be 2 plus add the 3 from here, so 5. He is dead. And then scheming over here for 2 plus 2 is 4, so that one goes to 7. And then we get cards. Alright, Black Order, I will add 1 here to go to 9. I will take 2 damage, is fine this time. I want to mess with that, and the Zealot of Truth. Just so much to clean up over and over again. I wonder if I forgot to pass that last turn. Alright, so Adam Warlock will heal for 3 to go to 9. Flip. Let's just heal somebody. Go get a card. Yeah. Alright, so I will get rid of the Living Tribunal to get rid of 2 threat. So it's going to be her next. I'll bring that one down. And then I will do this to get a card. There we go. Then I'll do 1, 2, 3 to do an uppercut. Kill him. And I will just shuffle the Gardener in there. I guess I'll for Justice to get rid of 3 off of this. Alright, Spectrum is going to use these 2 cards to play an Avengers Mansion, draw a card. Photon Speed. Got so many Photon Speeds. Alright, am I in Pulsar? I feel like I was in Photon. It's not an issue. Okay, so I can get rid of threat. So I will get rid of 4 threat off of here. And then Captain or Blue Marvel will punch out this Black Order. And what did I get rid of for those? Okay, so instead of getting rid of this one, I'll get rid of the other Photon Speed and use my energy duplication. And then Blade will punch out this Besieger, use this card to stay in play, and she will remove this threat and flip down. Alright, here we go. Let's get some allies in play. White Tiger, draw cards. Away we go. Charlie's probably going to block, so we'll deal a damage here. Missed it. Sorry about that. Okay, so gotta go find a damage card. I don't mind. It is fun, but man, these 2 heroes just feel slow. Like, let's go. Get it done. All right, she's going to come over here. She's going to attack here, and Charlie's going to block. It's +0. He's out. She's going to scheme here for 1. +2 is 3. And we'll do that, and then cards. Corvus's Cunning. Corvus Glaive activates against you. So he's going to attack for 2, and if it's undefended, he will damage there, so we'll just defend it. 2 plus a tough status card. Again, more just slowing me down. And then deal 3 damage to the tower. That thing is going to go. I just don't think I can deal this kind of damage. All right. Over here, we are going to flip and go to damage mode. We will deal 1 damage here. Then we will spend duplication and the band together to play White Tiger to draw 2 cards. And there's that. And then did I have that Moxie? I'm not sure. We will mass attack, so 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that it? Exhaust 3 allies you control that share a trait. Okay. So these 3 we will mass attack with. And I will deal 12 damage here. Boom. They don't have to take any damage from any of those. So that's nice. And then I will pass a card draw over to him. Alright, nothing to deal damage. This one can heal. This one can remove threat. So we'll get rid of this card to remove 2 threat. Bring this down to 4. Trigger drawing a card. And anything that deals damage. uppercut. Let's go get uppercut. We will use preservation to heal a damage from my hero and go get a card from my discard pile, and then I will play uppercut with the Shawarma. I will deal 5 over here to bring her down to 12. And then I will play Major Victory, and he can deal a damage to bring her to 11. And maybe next turn we can get this. She should have been +1, right? I keep forgetting that she also gets this. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. All right, that's going to pass over here. Keep this. All right, there's a magic attack. Do a Pip the Troll to defend. I don't even want the Pulsar Shield. I will keep the Moxie. All right, there's another mass attack. So we can finish off one of them. Should be able to end it here. All right, we're going to add 3 here to go to 7. We're going to add 3 here to go to 6. You with me, everybody? Here we go. This is going to be the end. Pick up my energy a little bit. Sign off and get some sleep. Come back tomorrow. Play some more. All right, here we go. All right, this is going to move over here. Corvus Glaive is going to attack. He's going to attack for 2. Major Victory is going to block. Wait. Adam Warlock is going to block, right? When choose a character, ready that character. Yep. So 2 plus 3 is 5, so I will take 3. Then he's going to attack here. Major Victory is going to block. 2 plus 1 is 3. Major Victory is out. When Major Victory leaves play, is defeated, choose and ready a Guardian. So there we go. Then we're going to get cards. Over here we get a Black Order Besieger, so we'll take 2 damage. And over here we get Proxima's Power. She's going to activate against me. I will put a damage on here. I will block. So she will attack for 3. And put this into play, engage with me. I would take 1. Pass over to here. Let's finish it off. I will play... I'll play Counterpunch to heal myself for 1. Sorry, I'm using this ability. Sorry, heal an ally for 1. So I will heal Blue Marvel. And then draw a card. I will use Magic or Cosmic Awareness to play Magic Attack and discard 5 cards and hit here for 5. And then I will play all these to put Quasar out. And Quasar removes a threat from each scheme and can deal 2 damage here. And then we will pass over to here. I have no way to switch forms, huh? So we'll draw a card. No! Has to be 3 outs. Maybe I can just deal the damage. 3, 6, 9. I don't need the mass attack, right? So... okay, I can deal 3, 6, 9. Yeah. Just don't have it because I can't switch forms. Alright, so I'll use a Ready to Rumble to play a Ready to Rumble. And I will use a Mass Attack to take out Proxima Midnight with all of them. And I'll hold a Moxie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got tons of Gamma Blast now, so I have to survive all of these. Alright, that goes there. All these ready. This is here, this is here, this is here. Draw 5. 1 damage. I was 1 damage short. Ugh, so frustrating. Okay, so we're going to add 3 threat here. We're going to add 3 threat here. We're going to switch this over to here. She's going to attack. And we're going to block with Quasar. So it's going to be 5, 6. Quasar's out. She's going to attack over here. We're going to block with Blade. She's going to attack for 5 and discard a random card from your hand. Then the Zealot will attack for 2. I missed that. And the Black Order Berserker will attack for 2. And then we're going to get cards. Universal Church of Truth. The Direct Assault will go over here. And the Landing Craft. So we don't have to worry about any of those. We will pass to her. She will deal 1 damage. And that is that. Nice. Alright. We got it. 1 damage short. That was a little frustrating. It's fun. These 2 heroes just, man, they don't want to go. They don't want to deal damage. They play slow in terms of all that. So we'll see. All right, if Save the Shawarma place was defeated, add Shawarma to the campaign pool. If Black Swan is not in the Visitor's Play, add her to the campaign pool. If Avengers Tower has the damage trait, record that in the campaign log. So I did not damage it. Just FYI, it can flip over, and then it would be damaged, which I think then I can't play Avengers Tower from my deck. So that was kind of cool that they included this and then thought to put it in her deck. I like that idea. All right, and that's that. We will move on and do the battle against Thanos next. So join me for that. Everybody, thanks so much for watching. I got to go to bed because I got to teach tomorrow morning, but I should be back at it tomorrow, and hopefully, if not then, also Wednesday. I'll probably do 2 tomorrow and then finish it up. I think making the videos a little shorter will be better for me rather than trying to play 3, because they're probably going to get a little harder. And go with these heroes. I may adjust the builds a little bit if I decide, just to make them a little smoother, but I mean, they're working. They can remove tons of threat and keep going on. That one wasn't particularly hard. So I haven't played any that seemed over-the-top tricky yet. Different mechanics, but they were pretty straightforward. They really seem to let you control, especially when you can move that much threat. So far, so fun. We'll have to see where it goes. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If there's any questions, you can put them over here for me, and I'll try to answer them in the next minute or so here. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off for the night. All right. Thank you, Cinder. Thank you, SoCal Trojan. Thank you, John. Others who are watching. Appreciate it so much. I don't think there's too many questions. Just a lot of people saying good night. I will see you tomorrow. I don't know what time. I'll have to figure that out. It might be a little bit earlier in the evening rather than later at night. If I can, sneak some games in, you know. I know it's kind of when people are getting home from work where they are, but that's how it'll work out. So thanks so much, everybody. I hope you have a great night and that you join me again for part 2 as we fight Thanos, and then beyond that. Having a good time so far. I love this game. It is a little hot up here. I will tell you, you can see the sweat coming off me, but having a really fun time. So thanks so much. My name is the Brandt. Until next time, I hope you step into the portal. Bye now, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks so much.